So it really has been the aerial firefight that has been the crowd pleaser here in Jefferson County for a couple of days. People gather on this hilltop overlooking the fire to watch them work. And they got to see Colorado's Firehawk in action, that $26 million converted military Black Hawk. That was out here, filling its 1,000-gallon tank at Chatfield and at a closer reservoir. There's a smaller Bell 205 that's using the small man reservoir close to the Quarry Fire. It does 300-gallon drops versus the 1,000 on the Firehawk, but it can do them really quickly. There's a Sikorsky S-64 a sky crane here. That big orange beast is wild. They can put 2,650 gallons of that in at a time, and it was just going back and forth. It thunders because it's such a powerful aircraft. And there are 3 Super Scooper planes at work here. They go to Chatfield. It's an amphibious plane. It scoots over the water and fills up its belly, then comes and does a drop. There were 3 of them all working together. All the while there was a Cessna Citation that was way up high that was kind of supervising that aerial firefight. It was something to watch in close proximity. Our Ria Jai spent the day with evacuees who, if they weren't watching what was going on at the fire line, were trying to figure out how they're just going to get through the next couple of days of uncertainty. Ria?
Right, Kyle. These evacuees said they had 15 minutes to leave their houses, and they didn't think they were going to be gone longer than a day. Now, that was 2 nights ago. Meanwhile, Jeffco officials are now saying they're nowhere near lifting those mandatory evacuations.
I looked out the window and saw smoke.
In the middle of the night, Doug and Terry Eidecker ran out of their house with just the clothes on their back.
When I answered the door and the sheriff said, "We're going door to door, we're evacuating the neighborhood, we want you out in 15 minutes. You really don't have time to think about much.
The Quarry Fire was burning less than a quarter-mile away from their home in the White Deer Valley neighborhood. We spoke with them that night at the evacuation center.
I grabbed my laptop and my phone, and that was about it.
Now,
well, pretty much. I'm still in the same jeans.
I'm still in the same skirt.
they're one of nearly 600 homes evacuated that night.
We've spent the last 2 nights in a hotel room, hoping that we were going to be able to get back in.
And they weren't so lucky today.
Unless it's life-essential medicine, they're not letting anybody in yet.
So now as days go by, we're feeling a need for some things.
Isn't that funny, the one thing I grabbed?
Unfortunately, Doug's cowboy hat isn't going to get him through this evacuation.
We're headed to Kohl's.
To do some shopping for necessities. It's just stuff. And the most important thing for us is that people are safe and protected.
They're safe, and they know it's thanks to first responders on the ground fighting this day in and day out.
I can't even imagine, and it just makes me appreciate them more than you know.
Yeah, it's just about tremendous gratefulness for those people.
The Eideckers aren't sure when they'll get to go home.
So we'll just wait it out, and whenever it's time to go, we'll go.
But they do know that blue jeans were not the move.
I just want to get out of these blue jeans. They're so hot I can't hardly stand it.
The Eideckers are in contact with neighbors who are in the area, and they said that their homes are safe and the fire is moving in a different direction. The Eideckers also have family in the area that they can now stay with. They said that that's where they headed after our trip to Kohl's. Reporting live in Jeffco, Ria Jha, 9 News.
Tremendous perspective from them, Ria. Thank you very much. So that family is in the Deer Creek Mesa subdivision, which is kind of they're on the southwest side of this fire, and it is the northwest side of the Quarry Fire going up towards 285 that's been the most active here in the last 24 hours. Here's why people are feeling very relieved around here tonight. The smoke plume is gone. We don't see it in a lot of new active fuels. That was constant for the first 2 days of this fire. And at one point we were thinking, well, is it a trick of the wind? Are the winds blowing east to west and we just can't see the smoke plume because it's being pushed west up into the foothills? But there was never any wind like that happening today. So folks here are really, really hopeful that firefighters got great progress on this and that it'll have a quiet night. And Kim and Alex, 7:30 briefing tomorrow morning, they hope will include more optimism.